Well, all eyes will be on Mozambique this week. This as the country holds its general elections on Tuesday. Last night marked the last time for all 26 political parties that will participate in the elections to canvass and campaign. The Mozambican Electoral Commission says it's all systems go for Tuesday's election. The election comes amidst sporadic incidents of violence and militant attacks earlier this week. A poll observer was shot and killed in southern Mozambique. Our reporter Siphephile Kunene is in Mozambique and filed this report.
We're coming to you from Mozambique in Maputo at the offices of Mozambican National Electoral Commission, where we are meeting with the spokesperson who will be explaining how far they've gone in terms of preparing for the national election on Tuesday. We know that 26 parties have registered to vote. Just briefly tell us how far you've gone in terms of preparing for this election.
Thank you very much. We started preparing this process soon after the municipal elections which took place last year. So after the election, the president has set the date for the general and provincial elections. And therefore, we went through the registration, voter registration, which was actually to update the figures that we had from the municipal elections. And after that, we managed to register, the total figure is 12,900,000 voters registered, which represents about 91.3% of the estimate that we had initially. And currently we are finalizing the logistics in terms of deploying material to the provincial capitals, which are being dispatched to the districts. And as from tomorrow until the voting day, the material will be dispatched to the polling stations. Let me say that we had a 42-day campaign, which started 45 days prior to the voting date, and will finish tonight, at midnight, after which no political party will be allowed to continue campaigning, as the 2 days are reserved for people to reflect on their choices on the actual date of voting.
Okay, we understand that you have a number of voting stations on the ground. How many do you have? And in terms of safety, how is it?
We have 20,600 voting stations, 100 of which are spread into the country, and about 400 abroad. In terms of security, we have the guarantee from the defense and security forces that the security will be there. Although in the ultimate days we have had some shootings here and there. We're talking about the central part of the country and the northern province of Cabo Delgado. We are having insurgency, but it seems like nowadays things are coming to normal. And therefore, in terms of preparations, the Commission is prepared to open every and each polling station.
We understand one of the local observers passed out or was shot dead in Shai. How did that come about, and how far are the investigations on that?
We regret about that. We received the news with sadness, since it happened during the campaign, during the observation process, and therefore we felt very sad about this. But we believe that the police is investigating. We have good news that some of the people are in custody of the police. 2 were dead, and therefore we believe that the police will continue to carry out an investigation in order to conclude what really happened. So far, we would like to present our condolences to the family of the deceased.
Do you promise or do you have confidence that you will deliver free and fair election?
Definitely we do. We do believe, because we have done much of the work that was needed since registration. We are now deploying the material. Our staff members are being well trained, and therefore we believe that they will be able to deliver the election. Apart from that, let me tell you that the legislation has prescribed all the medicines against whatever people may want to do in terms of disturbing the electoral process, because we have the political parties appointing their own polling staff. I mean, the three political parties with the seat in parliament, they appoint 3 polling staff out of 7, 4 of which are recruited through the public tender. Apart from that, they have their own political party agents. Every political party that is participating in the process appoints 1 agent for each polling station. We have about 35 local observers and about 400 international observers who will be actually supervising the process. Apart from that, we have the press, national and international presses, SABC.
Thank you so much for your time. The Commission says it's all systems go for Tuesday's national election that is expected to take place in Mozambique. Back to you, studio.